Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction. Chelsea 6, Everton 0. A painful night in West London for Everton. And it pushes Everton closer to the relegation zone, I'm afraid to say. Even though we didn't move anywhere, but having 6 goals chalked off our goal difference is a absolute hammer blow to the football club. The manager went with Beto up front in place of the injured Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Amadou Onana was in midfield alongside James Garner, Noah Dyche, Gay, unfortunately for Everton tonight, and Decore was just off Beto. And Chelsea came out the blocks really quickly tonight, got at us immediately. But Everton had a couple of moments themselves in the opening 10 minutes. I mean, a ball into the box and a free kick, Tarkowski knockdown, was cleared away, and then a decent little move got Seamus Coleman in, and if he'd have rolled it across, I think Beto taps in for 1-0 Everton, but he doesn't. He fires it across, and Beto throws a leg out, and it kind of hits him on the knee and goes over the bar. And sadly, that's as close as Everton got to putting Chelsea under any real pressure tonight. And once Cole Palmer danced round Branthwaite like he wasn't there, and then Tarkowski decided not to close him down, Everton were 1 down, and it was a long night from there on in. Chelsea took the lead, made it 2-0 rather. Another good little move, too easy to get into our box. A shot which Jordan Pickford parried back out, and Cole Palmer headed it in. And the night continued like that. Pickford then decided to kick the ball straight to Cole Palmer, who knocked it in for 3-0. And then Nicholas Jackson was allowed to turn with under no pressure from either centre-back and make it 4-0 before the break-in. It would have been difficult, I imagine. I think Sean Dyche could have took anyone off in the first half, probably bar Beto, who wasn't great but ran around and really tried to leave everything out there. I think there was a lot of other players having a really below par evening. The 2 centre-backs were really poor tonight, and I haven't been able to say that on too many occasions this season, but they were all over the show and just charging out from the positions at centre-back, leaving huge gaps in, not getting tight on the edge of the box. And it was an awful night. It became 5 when the referee awarded a penalty for Abdoulaye Decore catching the back of Cole Palmer's Achilles, and not for the challenge by Tarkowski on Madueke. Paul Tierney was awful all night. He gave Everton very little all night, but clearly not the reason why Everton were beaten here. Cole Palmer stepped up, scored. I didn't expect anything else from him. He knocked it in to get his 4th of the night. Everton battled the way through till almost the final whistle before they conceded a 6-goal. Pickford made a good stop from Chilwell, who was again just allowed to jog into Everton's penalty area. It's a shot. Pickford made a good save, and it was tapped in because Abdoulaye Decore turned his back on a ball, which is unbelievable from a professional footballer, but there was a lot of unbelievable things tonight. I think we're in a real mess. We are in massive trouble. Worse than we were under Lampard, and worse trouble than we were under Dyche last season, because there is nothing there. There's no game plan, and there is absolutely nothing in that team when they go behind. No one looks like they're fighting for each other. They look like, I don't know whether they believe in what they're being told from the side. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not in the dressing room. I wouldn't have a clue. But watching it there, they are all over the place. Let's be honest, we got a point up at Newcastle, but Newcastle should have put the game to bed themselves before Calvert-Lewin equalised from the penalty spot, and we eked out a win against Burnley with a fortuitous goal last week. And we've had 9 days to prepare for this since the Burnley game, and we've come out and been absolutely hammered by Chelsea, who took the foot off, as you would, took the foot massively off the gas in the second half. The manager made 3 changes at half-time. Brought on Andre Gomez for Onana, brought on Jack Harrison, and brought on Nathan Patterson as well. And nothing really, Gomez to me was probably the only one who got on the ball a little bit in the second half and tried to slow it down, tried to get Everton playing a little bit of football. Beto battled and toiled away all night. I don't understand why Chimiti wasn't given more minutes. They're the perfect opportunity. The game's dead and buried. But the manager obviously ended up having to bring on Michael Keane because Jared Branthwaite got himself injured, and then had to bring on Nathan Patterson because he did the same. So I guess he was, they can't moan at him in the second half for not making the changes because they were 2 enforced ones, but I'd have put Chimity on. I don't understand why he's not given a bit more time, but hey ho, it is what it is. We go on to the next game, which is Forest at the weekend. I really have no inkling how that one's going to go. I think it looks a mess. It's on fire. We still don't have a decision over 777. Their loan agreement with MSP is being extended, so that means that it's another few weeks before that's done. And there's just no clarity anywhere in the football club. It looks like we've lost Branthwaite. Will he be available for the weekend? He didn't look happy when he left the pitch. Don't know whether it's a groin injury or whatever. I haven't heard what the manager said after the game, so I'm not sure on that one. Patterson, I know he doesn't play, but it's still a squad player. He looks like he probably won't be available at the weekend. Onara and Garner might have just been dragged off because they didn't get near Chelsea's midfield in the first 45. Who knows? Dominic Calvert-Lewin wasn't in the squad tonight. Will he be available? So, listen, Goodison Park is going to have to be bouncing on Sunday, but just watching that is really worrying. It's really, really worrying. I don't see a team playing for a manager. I don't see a team playing for the fans. You know, the Evertonians who've gone down there tonight, all the way down to London on Monday night. The last away game was Newcastle. A few days before that was Bournemouth. And they've seen us get 1 point out of those 3 games, and they turned up again tonight, and they just watched our team get absolutely walloped 6-0. It just isn't good enough, and there's players jogging around a pitch, and I'm sorry, but running, doing sprints for 20 seconds, and then not being involved in the game for the rest of the half doesn't mean you're putting everything in for the shirt. You have to close everybody down. You have to work. The very best teams work to the end. I've just finished watching the Manchester City doc on Netflix. Watch it if you're interested in football documentaries. They're the best of the best, and you can hear how much they demand of each other and scream at each other to do the work. Whether they're 4-0 up or 3-0 down, they do the work. And I'm not putting Everton in the same breath as them, but if a team who's the very best at what they do can demand from each other, every last drop is left out on that pitch. Get out, get in people's faces. I refuse to accept that this team isn't better than what it's showing at the moment. I absolutely refuse to accept that. I'm not saying that a team that should be in Europe and nothing like that, nothing crazy, but are they better than what they're showing? Yes, absolutely they are. Why aren't they performing then? Is it the manager and the coaching staff? Is it just them? What is it? It can't be the ownership thing. So what is it? It can't be the support from the fans, because that's unquestionable. So what is it? Because that's just totally unacceptable to be bounced 6-0 when you are in the mire. It's beyond belief really, and Everton are going to have to get the best lawyers money can buy in that appeal and try and get some more points back, because they're going to need every single point this season, because you know what, Luton will battle and scrap for everything, and they won't give anyone an easy game, and we better be ready to do exactly the same, or this only ends one way. And it won't be what's happened in the last couple of seasons. And that is a terrifying thought, considering where our football club is right now financially. It's a disgrace it's been allowed to get this far, if I'm being honest. But there you go. We're going to have to bounce back Sunday. It's going to need every Evertonian to scream the roof off of Goodison on Sunday. And then players better be up for it. They better be up for it, because they've just made their job 10 times harder tonight. They've just given a huge boost to Luton and a massive boost to Nottingham Forest, because I don't see Forest getting done 6 anyway. Very worrying. Man of the match, Beto, because he didn't stop running. Was he great? No, but he never stopped running. There you go. See you later.